Okay, here we go. We're starting day 6. Normally we don't travel on Saturday and Sunday, but we're not going very far, so this is going to be a short video here. Basically what we're doing is we're just leaving the island where we stayed the night, anchored off, put up a tent, kicked back, sat on the chair for a while, had my lunch, dinner and as we were leaving, as you can see, I checked the weather. They said it was a 20% chance of rain, maybe a light drizzle. Winds were going to be normal. So I thought, oh well. I saw the black clouds and I figured, well, it can't be too bad. I was wrong. That cloud started getting darker and darker. Now, normally in Florida we have what you call summer squalls, and they don't last very long. They pop out of nowhere, really. Just when you think, hey, it's going to be a great day, here comes a dark cloud come by. And normally 15-20 minutes and it's over. So I thought, hey, maybe this is probably one of those little summer squalls going by. It'll pass me by and I can just keep going. I could still see where I was going. But if you notice, the boat is starting to rock a little bit. When the boat starts rocking like that, that means the waves are getting a little bit bigger and a little bit higher. And then it's starting to drizzle. It's not too bad. So I figured, well, it's not going to get too bad, so I'm just going to keep going. It looked like I wasn't going very far anyway. Here I could see a little bit better with the clouds and everything still over there. But I figured, well, it shouldn't be no problem. I should be able to make it. I went ahead and kept going. I was only going to Cocoa, Florida. I realized that I was running low on fuel, so I had to go in and try and pick up fuel. I called Cocoa Village Marina, and they said they don't carry fuel there, that I was going to have to go to the next marina, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to make it. I normally check my fuel rate. What I do is I look at how much fuel I got, calculate how far I think I can get with it, and decide to take off or pick up fuel, because I do carry 2 tanks. I also carry a spare tank. But I figured, well, I should have enough fuel. Well, I was wrong. Now that cloud that I saw earlier got closer and closer, and it started to drizzle. No big deal. I could still see the markers, and the boat's still kind of going up and down a little bit, but it's not bad. I thought this shouldn't be a problem. But then, as you can see, when the boat starts rocking again, that means the waves are getting a little bit bigger. They start getting, the bigger they get, the more the boat bounces around. Sooner or later, it got to the point where this cloud was a lot more than just 5-10 minutes of rain. It didn't want to go away. It actually started getting worse. It got to the point where I could barely see the channel markers. I could still see the channel markers as I'm going by, and as long as you can see the channel markers and you can see other boats come in, you'll be all right. No big deal. So I decided I got to keep going. I need fuel, and when I called the closest marina I could get to, they said they didn't carry fuel there. And she told me the other location of where that other fuel was. And when I calculated the new position, I looked at it and thought, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Anyway, after a while, that cloud all of a sudden hit me. Now I have no visibility, can't see where I'm going. It's starting to rain harder and harder, and the boat's starting to rock more and more. So now it's getting to the point where if you can't see where you're going, first thing you got to make sure is you don't run into the markers if you can't see them. Two, you don't want to run into another boat. Every once in a while, I heard my alarm going off, my depth finder alarm going off, and I realized that I was not in the channel anymore. So I had to push myself back into the channel to get into it. And after, I'd say about 20-30 minutes, you can see it's starting to clear up now. So now I figured, okay, now that I'm a lot closer now, and it's starting to clear up, I should be okay. I'm starting to be able to see now. I can see the channel markers again, and I can see other boats coming at me. So it looks like, okay, it's getting better. Now I can continue. And I did go for maybe another 15-20 minutes before I could kind of see where I was at. And now, as it cleared up, I could see the bridge. Now, that's the bridge where Cocoa Village Marina is. I actually had to go past that bridge to the next bridge and then go down another couple miles down that bridge. Well, I looked at my fuel rate and calculated again, and I kept thinking there is no way I'm going to make it to the other marina. I'm going to run out of fuel. And even though I got Boat US and I could call them and they will bring me fuel because I'm a member of them, Boat US, it's still going to take them 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. So that's going to shoot my whole day. So I didn't really want to run out of fuel. That was the last thing I wanted to do. So what I decided to do is call Cocoa Village Marina and explain to them that I don't have enough fuel to get to the next marina. Is there any way that they would let me tie up at their marina so that I could basically walk somewhere, fill up a can with fuel, come back and put it back in it? Well, once I got to the marina there, I went ahead, the dock master there said go ahead if I wanted to stay, even though they didn't have any transit slips. There was one slip where the guy had left and he was going to be gone all weekend. He wouldn't be back till Wednesday. So the lady said, listen, if you want, you can go ahead and stay tied up at his space. He won't be back till Wednesday, and I was leaving on Sunday, so it was basically I was going to stay Saturday and Sunday, 2 days, and that's the 2 days I didn't want to travel anyway. So I figured, good, it gives me time to, one, figure out how to get fuel, two, I get to rest anyway, take care of little things that I wanted to take care of with the boat, like washing it down, doing a couple little repairs that I've been thinking of doing. This is a very nice marina, by the way. The rates for transit docks is great. I couldn't find that rate anywhere else in Cocoa Beach. This is Cocoa Village Marina, and right across the street from this thing is the old historic Cocoa. All the small, beautiful little shops, a nice park right in front of them. Also had, a lot of little restaurants and mom and pop places and stuff like that. This marina also here was very, very good. The lady, for one, allowed me to stay for the 2 days that I wasn't going to move anyway, because I don't want to travel on Saturday and Sunday, mainly because there's a lot of boaters, weekend boaters out there, and I was, just don't want to travel while they're out there. So she went ahead and allowed me to tie up and stay for the 2 days. At the same time, my wife and my daughter decided they were going to come over and cross the state. We were from Tampa, Florida, is where I left from, and Cocoa Beach was basically about straight across on the East Coast. We live on the West Coast. So they drove, my wife and my daughter drove to Cocoa Beach, which happened to be good because now I had a way to go to a gas station and get some gas to put on the boat. And it was cheaper. The one thing that right now I'm calculating on is what is my fuel rate and my fuel burn. And I'm actually going through a lot of fuel. Not necessarily because the boat uses a lot of fuel, but because the fuel is pretty expensive. It's getting expensive here, especially in the marinas. They charge more for non-ethanol fuel, and it's getting pricey. I carry two 18-gallon fuel tanks, and I put, just to fill one fuel tank up, it cost me $104. One 18-gallon tank, and I carry two. And what I do is I normally fill one up and I run one empty. That way, it's less weight for me to carry. So when I run out of fuel on one tank, I find me a place and fill up the other tank, so that when that tank runs out, I still got the second tank. And that way I can get from marina to marina. I always have to be calculating where am I and how far do I have to go before I can pick up fuel again. Yep, the end. Next day, over.